Yo, what's up, Ezek here, and this is my current phone, and this for me is the best iPhone for the long term, and this is the iPhone XR. By the way guys, the first time I got this phone, napansin ko na it kinda looks like an iPhone 8, and that's because of the single lens minus the home button and notch. So moving on, this phone has a glass front and housing, tapos anodized aluminum sa frame, which as you can tell, nagmamatch o nagko-complement yung color ng frame's housing. Which in my case guys, I kinda find that less attractive than the stainless steel, pero in my case, it's not really a problem kasi I always put a case naman on my phone, so ayun. So sa bottom placements naman, they're still there, nothing new. Sa left side, we have the power button, we have the volume buttons and mute switch buttons sa right side. Below, we have two speakers and charging port. Tapos at the back, we have a single camera sensor, Apple logo, and the iPhone imprint. So by the way guys, this phone pala came with 6 color variants, which is inspired from the Budget 5C, and like any other iPhones, na budget phone, and as you can tell guys, I went for the white kasi I am more of a minimalistic type of person, and wala lang guys, I love white, so ayun. By the way guys, fun fact, this is Apple's first time na mag-name ng kanilang product na may R, which technically wala sila nabanggit patungkol dito, but I'm expecting or I'm assuming rather na it's one step behind. Why? Simply because from the alphabet we have P, Q, R, S, and before going sa S like 10 S max, dadaan muna tayo ng R bago mag-S, so that's one step behind S. So I hope that made sense. So moving on, this phone has an IP67 dust and water resistance up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. Tapos yung sa flagship naman is IP68 up to 2 meters for 30 minutes. However, despite that protection, do this at your own risk guys kasi mahal ang iPhone kaya dapat ingatan. So, ayun. Kapag mahal natin, dapat ingatan. So yun guys, bottom line is considering that this phone is a cheaper variant, it doesn't seem na pangit. Katulad ko. Anong kailangan kong gawin? But ayun guys, kidding aside, I mean yes, pangit ako. But anyways, in terms of mismong design in my case, for a 3-year-old phone guys, masasabi ko naman na maganda pa rin naman yung design. Although guys, medyo bulky lang yung frame unlike sa mga flagships or compared sa mga flagships, which may be a problem for some people, but in my case, I don't consider that as a problem, and yeah, overall design wise, it is still on point. So sa display naman, kaya naging capable si Apple na magbenta ng budget phone, or not so budget phone, but anyways, is simply because of this controversial display. So the iPhone XR has what Apple calls as the liquid retina display, which is kinda new in the Apple space back then it was released. Pero I think we can all agree to disregard the fancy name kasi meron lamang itong 1792 by 898 pixels na may 326 pixels per inch, which technically sounds bad on paper. However, based from day-to-day usage, masasabi ko naman na maganda pa rin naman yung display or sharp yung resolution and brightness, and same goes to sharp viewing angle. Tapos guys, I noticed na whenever I use both my phones sa XR and Xiaomi Redmi 10, which by the way, I made a review of this phone, so kung di nyo pa napapanood guys, why not? Please do so. So, thank you very much. But anyways, whenever I compare both of these phone guys in terms of my usage, sobrang way ahead yung screen quality ng iPhone XR compared sa 1080 by 2400 pixels and 405 pixels per inch ng Xiaomi Redmi 10. And it just goes to show guys na it's not about how big the numbers are, it's about the performance. Anyways, in all seriousness guys, if you'll be using this phone for everyday usage, especially for YouTube watching, movies, Netflix, or anything related, those technical numbers naman would not entirely affect the viewer or user experience. Kasi overall guys, maganda pa rin naman yung display. Kaso guys, this phone's downside nga lang is that since hindi to OLED and despite being one of the best LCDs out there, yung pitch black display na we commonly see sa mga flagships ay hindi kayang i-produce ng Retina display. And also guys, I noticed na yung bezels are kinda bigger than the flagships kasi I have used an iPhone X before and yun nga, medyo malaki guys. But over time naman, I got used to it naman, so it's not really a problem guys. So, ayun. And by the way guys, this phone pala ay may face unlock sensor, which in my case, sobrang responsive guys. Kaso, yung current situation natin guys with this pandemic, with this face shield and face mask, sobrang inconvenient guys. And by that, I hope Apple can do something about this one guys. Maybe a fingerprint sensor software update or something like that. I don't know guys, so ayun. But anyways, overall guys, display wise in my case, sobrang decent pa naman tingnan guys, and sobrang ganda na experience with this phone. So ayun. Next department, camera. So sa camera naman, this phone has a 12 megapixel sensor na may max resolution na 4K at 60fps, which tech-wise is technically similar lang with the iPhone XS and XS Max minus the second telephoto lens. Tapos sa front cam naman is 1.2 megapixels na may max resolution na 1080p at 60fps. Since guys, I'll be straightforward, wala na mga complicated explanation and stuff like those. In simple terms, sobrang ganda for a 2018 phone. And this is still something na I would use or bring whenever I want to take high quality pictures guys on vacations or a dependable phone or a dependable camera in general guys. So, ayun. Still competitive for this year, 2021. So sa front camera naman guys, it is still decent, and by the way, this phone has a beauty gate software or beauty gate software feature, which basically means that from the name itself, beauty, pwede nitong pakinisin or soften yung face natin. So this feature is beneficial for those people like me na medyo madungis sa mukha guys or madaming pimples, so thanks Apple. Anyways, here are more shots to see it for yourself, so let's go! Then right after, kakain mo na ulit ng breakfast kasi hindi pa ako breakfast and time check. It's currently 12:31 na guys, so So sa performance naman, this phone is powered by an Apple A12 Bionic chip, which is technically similar with the flagship but only has 3 gigs of RAM. Tapos yung available storage variant ranges from 64, 128, and 256 GB guys, so ayan. So by the way guys, na-share ko lang, I've been using the iPhone XR for about a year na. Not this XR by the way, yung dati kong XR guys na 64GB na white version din. This iPhone XR by the way na gamit ko guys, in my case, in my personal opinion guys, sobrang ganda na experience ko with this phone. I don't experience major problems guys, and overall, sobrang smooth na performance even in terms of social media consumption, basic usage and stuff like those guys. Sobrang ganda ng performance ng iPhone XR. Even in terms of gaming guys, kahit yung mga graphic intensive games sobrang smooth na experience with this phone. Even though we're playing in high settings guys, kayang-kayang handle ng phone without having problems. Pero guys, so in some cases, I do experience minor lags lang naman, which is not frequent naman guys and very minimal, and overall guys, sobrang ganda ng gameplay and experience with this phone in terms of gaming, so ayun. Kaso guys, yung main problem ko lang is yung storage capability or availability, kasi in my case guys, I am a filmmaker. Or hindi naman sa filmmaker guys, content creator guys. So for apparent reasons, kailangan ko mag-download ng madaming applications, mag-transfer ng different files, videos, photos, and different file formats. Kaya I can say na sobrang kulang ng 64GB guys, so if you plan to be a filmmaker guys and film or shoot using your iPhone XR, I suggest going for the 128 or 256GB guys and skip for the 16, 32, and 64 variant. So, ayun. Next department, battery. So sa battery naman, this phone has 2942 mAh, which may sound small for some people. However guys, no, that is just how much you will need lang naman when you're just pushing less pixels. Kasi guys, sa tech space or Apple in general, lower display means better battery. So this phone's battery capability or capacity may be better than the flagships na may high resolution OLED display, which may consume more battery than usual or compared to an LCD or Retina display. Pero yun guys, in terms of numbers or real life usage, nagagamit ko naman yung phone ng buong day just by charging it twice or thrice. Kasi in my case guys, I'm a heavy phone user and sobrang babad ko sa iPhone guys. Like literally, lahat ng mga ginagawa ko sa buhay guys or ginagawa ko sa phone rather is ginagawa ko sa iPhone XR kasi this by the way is my current phone as mentioned earlier. And for that matter guys, no, masasabi ko naman na sobrang dependable pa rin naman ng iPhone XR. So yun guys, that's pretty much my review about the iPhone XR this 2021 and for the long term. And in case you're planning to buy one, nag-range yung price niya from 14,000 pesos for the 64GB variant to 20,000 pesos for the max variant, which is 256GB guys. And for that price range in my case, I kind of find it overpriced. Or hindi naman sa overpriced guys, medyo mahal siya for some people. Pero guys, take note, sulit or budget doesn't always mean na mura yung phone or cheap yung phone. It means that you get what you paid for or you get more than what you paid for. And in my case guys, in my own perspective, I am very confident to suggest the iPhone XR for you to buy the iPhone XR for the long term, or the iPhone XR for me is one of the best long-term phone to purchase or to invest for. Kasi guys, no, share ko lang, I've been a businessman for about 5 years guys, and sobrang dami ko nang nahawakan na phone. Hindi naman sa pagmamayabang guys, no, pero yun nga, I do sell iPhones guys, I do sell phones in general or gadgets in general. And to all of the phones na I have used before, budget, mid-range, flagship guys, yung iPhone XR talaga yung pinaka nagustuhan ko guys, yung pinaka nag-struck ng attention ko guys, and that's the reason why I went or purchase or invested or stick or stock with the iPhone XR. So, ayun. Overall, this for me is the best budget phone or the long-term phone na you can buy for your budget. So, ayun. So yun guys, if you enjoyed or learned something from this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe in this channel or in this video. So, thank you very much. So yun guys, that's been it. Catch you in the next one.
Baby, please don't kill my vibe. Taking flights cause I'm tryna live my life. Cause I found out that you really ain't my type. Hope you're capping you when you're telling me you're right. When you're telling me